Welcome back, everybody. Um, so we were continuing. Now, uh, I was going to say welcome to the final video of the day, but in the near future, there might be more than 4 videos. So I'm going to say of the hour, even though um, it's either more or less than an hour, depending on how long I take or how much I go over or under or whatever. But um, let's so the final video of the hour, and if we get to through this part one here, um, I'll decide whether or not I will jump back to the wiki book. Okay, so what is the update loop? Games work in a similar way to films and television. An image is displayed on the screen, and as the image changes many times per second, give the illusion of movement. We call these images frames. The process of drawing these frames to the screen is called rendering. For films and television, the next image to show on screen is often predefined, but in games, the next image can vary widely because the user has influence over what happens next. Each image needs to be worked out based on the user input, and since this variation can happen every split second, the programming that works out what to display also works at this speed. This is called the update loop. Each time a frame is displayed, a number of things happen in order. All you need to know for now is that the custom components have their update method called, and a new image is rendered to the screen. These updates vary in length depending on the complexity of the computation and rendering. However, there's another separate loop that runs all the physical operations. This loop doesn't vary how often it updates, and therefore is called the fixed update. An animator component can change when it performs its update. By default, it performs this in line with rendering. That means the animator is moving the character in update, and rigid bodies simultaneously moving the character in fixed update. This is what is causing your problem and can easily be fixed. Fix John Lemon's movement. I wish it would stop doing that. Always allow autoplay. It's annoying. First, let's get back to the editing the prefab. Okay. In the inspector window, click prefab open button, right? Go to the animator component in the update mode property drop down and select animate physics. Animate physics. Okay. This change will cause the animator to move the character in time with physics. Now there should be no competition between update loops and them to move the character, and it will react to physics as it should. Okay, so I'm going to save that. I'm going to attempt that. So let's attempt that. Okay, so yeah. Animate physics. See, the thing that's causing me problem here is whether I'm supposed to have the animation controller on the dang prefab or on the actual game object. Because now it's not falling at all. Okay, so let's do something here. We're going to delete that. We're going to go to the prefab. We're going to add the John Lemon animation controller. We're going to save it. We're going to go back to the main thing. We're going to save it, and we're going to hit play and see what happens again. Is it just going to fall like it did? Yeah, it falls like it did. So I am unsure of whether or not we're supposed to be... okay. I've already seen that the that the animations don't have any vertical root motion, but this won't stop John Lennon from moving vertically after colliding with something. There's a couple of ways this can be stopped. The most obvious option is to use gravity on the rigid body component. This would stop the character from falling, but isn't exactly what you need. If you disable use gravity, then the character could still fall if the collision pushed it down, or float away if the collision pushed it upward. You definitely don't want this to happen, so instead you need to contain the movement of the character using physics. See, if I do the prefab, it has the rigid body. I don't know. Click the arrow to expand the constraints body. Okay. These constant properties restrict the direction in which the rigid body can move. Let's explore Unity's coordinate system to understand exactly how they work. Now, the only problem I have here, so what I'm going to do is, I guess we won't hit the end of this here. Oh, right. I see what I did there. That's alright. Before I do anything, coordinates in Unity. Positions. Alright, it doesn't look like I would have finished that in this video anyways. So now I'm going to quit somehow. Actually, what I want to do is all the way back to the top here. Where's the beginner? Dang it, where's the John Lemon courses? Yeah, that's maybe it's not technically a where's the poor results. That's not it either. Projects? There we go. Resources, complete project. That's not really what I wanted to know. Unity.com community. It's like the forums or whatever. Let's go to the forums. Let's see if we can find a forum that has to do with. Actually, what I should do here is has anyone here gone through the John Lemon 3D tutorial here. Getting started. Let's see. Discussion, audio and video, documentation, editor and general support, graphics, navigation, platform scripting, services, general discussion, works in project, game design. Doesn't really. Let's search the forums for John Lemon. Search. See, that pops up. Where I baked the nav mesh, that's not where I'm stuck in. Keep getting an error when I press the play button. 3 beginner official thread. Okay, that might be good to look at. Can't make my character move. Endgame script issue. Let's see. It looks like we're about up on time anyways, and so maybe I'll have to I will probably look this up and get back to you here. So I would like to say thanks for watching. I'll figure out what this little problem is on whether I should be applying the animator controller to the prefab or to John Lemon himself, because it doesn't seem to work like they said. When I put it in on the game object itself, it worked like the tutorial said, where he fell partway and then stopped. But each time they keep referring to what you do stuff in the prefab, like you go back to the prefab and say, switch to animate physics or whatever. And then when I did the thing, what happened is it didn't fall at all. So I'm not sure what's going on there. And we'll see. I'll get back to you, and we'll finish the tutorial here soon. Thanks for watching.